Designing Spaces, along with our friends at Chevrolet, present Military Makeovers. Teaming up with companies from around the country, together we lend a helping hand to the families of those who served. These are families, just like many found across the nation, facing tough times. But in each case, there is a loved one who has made the commitment to defend the United States of America. Designing Spaces and our allies move forward with a program of military makeovers with the expressed purpose to show our appreciation for those putting their lives on the line to keep our great nation free.
This time we're in front of the Caciedo family's house for another Designing Spaces Military Makeover, where we're going to transform this house into a mini paradise. This time's a little bit different, though. We've got a single mother who's been serving in the military for 17 years. This is going to be a great military makeover. Let's meet the Caciedo family.
My name is Sergeant First Class Traci Caciedo. I'm attached to 1218th Trans Company out of West Palm Beach, Florida, and I have been in the military over 17 years. My dad was actually 101st Airborne. Being a female, a little difficult, a little trying. I stayed quiet, I just did what I had to do. I was the only female wrecker operator in the battalion, in bomb holder, and that was, of course, different because they only had males that did that. You're always being tried, I think, a little bit as a female. I always joke around in my unit saying I'm a woman in a man's world, and that's like my my motto, but I'm like, but I'm doing it. So it's good. I have 2 children that I've been raising while I've been doing my life in the military, and it is difficult at times, especially when they're younger. My first deployment was to Crete, Iraq. It was different. It was rough. The living conditions, being from United States and going over there and have to be rationed like your water and your food, and you have to be very careful. It was trying, and being away from the boys for that whole year.
When my mom was deployed, it was tough, but my mom has a strong back. She's very independent. She knows what to do to get the job done. I'm glad to have the mom that I have nowadays because she made me the man I am now.
For me, I didn't think about dying or what could happen because you could do that pretty much here on I-95. So my mentality was I'm just going to go do my job and come back, and that's it. I didn't day-to-day think about, what was going to fly over, or I just didn't faze me. I just went on. I came back in 2004, and then I transferred to another unit here in West Palm Beach, and I came to actually try to be closer to my kids for their high school years and get every football game in that I could before they graduated. And we got another warning order that we were deploying again. So I was just like, here we go again. In 2009, I think I was better prepared this time than I was last time. And of course I went with a different mentality than I did the first time. I have friends all over the world now that it's just I wouldn't have if I wasn't in the military. Well, this is my 1-year anniversary from being home from my second deployment, and I'm always thinking there'll be another one because I think you always got to be prepared. You can never think not me or never again. You just always got to be positive. Like that's your job, and that's what I do.
We're right in the middle of our military makeover with the Caciedo family. We'll be back with more right after this.
I've been involved with military transferees for the past 20 years. I am approved by Southern Command, and I've also worked with Air Force and Coast Guard. Their housing headquarters office will recommend me as one of those realtors that they would like for their employees to work with as they come into the Miami area. Buyers in this market with the foreclosures and short sales, first thing they need to do, assess their capabilities with the do-it-yourself projects. Understand that, number one, get a professional inspection. That will reveal deficiencies in that property that they might not otherwise find. Keep them on budget. Make certain that their plans for renovations are within their capabilities, and then save for any of the other projects that are in the future. Prudential's Military Advantage program is unique to the real estate industry, and any active service member, family member, or veteran can enjoy its services. Visit hc.prudential.com/military for more information.
Welcome back to Designing Spaces Military Makeover. We're at the Caciedo family's house, and it's time to go back inside. We're right in the middle of the Caciedo family's military makeover, and of course we've got Cindy, part of that design team. Cindy, what have you got here?
Hey John, it's great to see you.
Yeah.
So we're so excited about the makeover that we're doing for Traci today. You know, she's been in the military for 17 years, been deployed twice, and she's a single mom.
Yeah, and that's a lot of stress on a family, isn't it?
It is a lot, and she gives a lot back to her family, and we really wanted to do something to such a deserving mom.
So when you saw her house for the first time, what was the challenge?
I think the biggest challenge was a very dark room, a lot of furniture, too much furniture actually for the space that she had. You know, great example of sometimes people buy a bedroom set with too many pieces, and it really doesn't work within the amount of space that they have.
Well, when she comes home, you definitely don't want her to come home to a dark room, do you?
No, we want it to be this bright retreat that when she is home, she's going to feel really good about spending time in.
I love this collection. It's really nice with the color walls too, doesn't it? Oh, it's so bright in here. I like it. Oh, look at that! That's the best! Did you get that on camera?
Well, I can't wait to see the room. Where's Edward?
He's in there putting all the finishing touches on.
Well, let's go inside and see what Edward's been up to in Traci's room. And oh my gosh, Edward.
Hey, John.
This is like a retreat now.
That was the goal.
So when you started with this room, what was the first thing that you looked at?
First thing was the wall color. So we chose this really great neutral. During the day, it's a little olive. At night, a very warm brown, two of Traci's favorite colors. Chose this bed, perfect for a master bedroom. It has scale. Complemented it with artwork.
Wow, and you got some new furniture as well?
Absolutely. You know, again, she had so much furniture in this bedroom. It's a nice sized room, but too much furniture. Beautiful lattice teak side tables, teak benches. She didn't have a mirror. We introduced that wonderful round mirror over there. And the lights are all low, spotlight, dramatic, and it continues the Zen feeling.
Man, you have really opened up the room. The artwork with the flowers, was that something that Traci enjoys?
She loves the outdoors and she loves earth tones. So we thought this poppy celebration was a great example of that.
Just beautiful. Now tell me a little bit about the bedding that you've chosen here.
So SpringMade was a perfect sort of solution brand for this challenge before us. So this is the most successful pattern in SpringMade Chantal. It's engineered with these great exuberant poppies growing up the bed. And then we did hits of natural colors, earth tones, beautiful yellow accents, and decorative pillows.
I got to tell you, you know, it really does kind of feel like a spring day in here.
It does.
Absolutely what you want to come home to after serving our country and working so hard to protect our freedom.
Well, we hope she loves it.
Oh, I can guarantee she is. Now, where can some of our viewers go to find out more information about what you did to this room?
Well, you know, it's amazing. All the bedding that we used is SpringMade and can be found on springmade.com and also at stores like Target.
Wow, very cool.
It's so cool because it's really available to everyone.
Now, I'm looking at this room. Something like this has to cost a fortune.
It actually doesn't. This whole makeover was less than $1,000.
Less than $1,000. Wow. Edward, Cindy, I got to tell you, you guys really went above and beyond. I love this room, and I can guarantee you, Traci's going to love it too.
We are entrenched in the middle of a Designing Spaces military makeover. There's more coming up right after this.
I'm a military dependent, a former one. My father was in the Navy for 25 years, and I work with Navy and Marine families in the San Diego area. Naval Station San Diego is one of the bases. Camp Pendleton Marine Corps base is very close, and a lot of people with the latest news are very familiar with the SEAL team, which is located out on Coronado Island. Well, my tip would be regarding home staging. It's a very competitive market right now, and if you're relocating and you need to sell, it's important to set your home apart from the competition. So one of the things you can do is hire a home stager, and they're very good at coming in and looking at things, helping reduce clutter. They can help edit and move around furniture, and offer tips generally to make the house show more like a model. You can also help with the staging by doing a really thorough cleaning, looking at some dim lamps, maybe adding a lamp where there's a darker corner of the house, and go to the kitchen and do things like replace worn items, knobs, and polishing stainless steel can go a really long way, so that when that buyer for your home comes in, it's going to help them more visualize the space and the livability of it, and set it apart from the rest of the homes that are on the market. Prudential's Military Advantage program is unique to the real estate industry, and any active service member, family member, or veteran can enjoy its services. Visit hc.prudential.com/military for more information.
To make Designing Spaces Military Makeover a reality, we teamed up with Operation Homefront. Let's learn more about this great organization.
Operation Homefront is a military support nonprofit, and what we do is provide emergency financial and other kinds of assistance to our military families and to our wounded warriors. Mostly when our service members are deployed, we're here helping take care of their families back home. Operation Homefront is a national organization, and we also have 25 chapters throughout the country covering 34 states. And so with those chapters that do so much great work interacting directly with our families and the support of our national staff, we're able to help our military families nationwide.
Well, I'm a military mom. So when my sons decided they were going to serve our country, I talked to my husband and said, we need to find a military charity to get involved with. And Thanksgiving of 2007, we went on the internet and started looking around and found Operation Homefront. That Friday, I called the national office and talked to some of their people and said to them, you know, we have some background in fundraising and we want to help you. Where's your Florida chapter? And I had a silence on the other end. They said, we don't have a Florida chapter yet. So we put together a team. We have an excellent board of directors here in Florida, and we got started. We got our chapter in October of 2008, and we've been going ever since.
Last year, we met over 167,000 needs, everything from emergency financial assistance, helping someone with their rent, with their utilities, with car payments, and sadly, even food assistance. We've seen a really dramatic increase in the number of requests for food assistance. So you have a service member who is in harm's way, and meanwhile, their family back home is having trouble just putting food on the table.
Well, obviously, in South Florida, we do much of the same things that all of our other chapters do. We provide emergency financial assistance to families that are deployed or wounded. And we do a lot of morale activities. So right now, for instance, we're just finishing up our back-to-school drive, where we harvest school supplies at Dollar Tree stores all around the city and state and bring them to local military installations or military families. I remember when you called us and said, you know, we'd like to do a military makeover, and can you help us find some families? And the first thought was, wow, you know, where do you start? There's so many families that you'd like to touch with that opportunity. But we reached out to the community and asked for people to nominate. And actually, some of our families were nominated by their military support units, and others were nominated by relatives or friends. And we found 4 very special families, each with a very special story, to be able to make a difference here in South Florida. The family's reactions to Designing Spaces opportunity was, first of all, a little trepidation. You know, what am I going to do on television? But once we told them what a great bunch of people you are and that you would make it easy, which you do, they were a little bit excited. It gave them an opportunity to do something in their homes that maybe they didn't have the resources for or just never had the time to do.
Operation Homefront and many of the other military support nonprofits out there do provide service to the active duty, to the Guard and Reserve, and there are lots of great veterans organizations that help those that have been out for a long time. So that goes for anyone that has served this country in uniform. If you need help, please reach out and ask for that help. Anyone that wants to help a military family can go to our website, operationhomefront.net. You can find your local chapter and support locally, or you can actually look and see specific needs there of specific military families and choose to help a specific family. So we need help across the board.
If you're a viewer watching this show today, no matter where you are in the country, know that there are lots of Operation Homefront chapters around the country, not just here in Florida. Go to our website, operationhomefront.net, and choose Find Your Chapter. And you'll find the chapter that's closest to you where you can get involved. Whether it's giving your time, which we all need a lot of, or giving your talents and money, we'll have something for you to do. And it's a great way to serve your country and tell all those people who are currently serving how much you appreciate what they do. One of the rewarding experiences about this is the opportunity to touch so many lives. We are about to do our 1,000th financial assistance case. Every one of those is a story, and those stories are right here. In addition, we probably have helped 3,000 to 4,000 other people by the other things that we do, the morale, the backpacks that we give away, the Thanksgiving meals that we deliver to families, the toys that we give away at Christmas. That's a substantial monetary donation in terms of the value of the goods that we collect. But the ability, to make sure that a child who has just moved to Florida with their family, having transitioned from some other part of the country, maybe they're living in a hotel at Christmas time. The money is tight. They haven't gotten reimbursed for their move yet. And somebody gives a call, and we're able to provide them with toys for Christmas time. The looks on their faces are absolutely amazing.
More from our military makeover when we return right here on Designing Spaces.
Welcome back to Designing Spaces Military Makeover, the Caciedo family. Let's head back inside.
The makeover that has happened here in my house has been wonderful. The people that have come into mine and my children's life has been just overwhelming. With warmth, they redid my house, beautiful, just like brand new. The bedroom makeover was very inspiring. It's warm. It's me. They did a great job with putting things in there that has just, it's just very peaceful. Whatever I told them about the bedroom, that was just things that I liked or made me feel comfortable, they pretty much did everything to the T, 100%. I would like to thank everybody for what they did. I don't want to cry. But it's been great for everything that the Designing Spaces, everybody has been just great to me and my family. Thank you.
Okay, that's it for today's Designing Spaces Military Makeover, brought to you by Chevrolet. Next week, we're going into the backyard, and the Caciedo family's in for a big surprise. You don't want to miss it. If you want to learn more about the sponsors and the people who contributed to this show to make it a reality, just go to designingspaces.tv. For Designing Spaces Military Makeover, I'm John MacCalmont.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/dspacestv or friend us on Facebook. Type in the words Designing Spaces. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.